Would you like to know what are my investments as well?
Of
Yes.
course.
This one. Guys, it's a lamp. See? So
A
it
night
has
lamp.
light.
We are going to be talking about equipment today. What a good morning once again to all our viewers and listeners around the world. Now we're going to be focusing on things that are essential for your work from home journey. Like it or not, this is like a real job with a lot of real rewarding stuff. And of course, if you're going to work like a corporate job, you need, say, your uniform, maybe your shoes, maybe belts, who knows, dresses for women even. But of course, when you are working from home, you might not have some of those, but you still need some for your work. Our focus is going to be about today what are the essential things that you need to have to, say, have a very good work from home experience to elevate yourself, and also touching on what are the worst equipment to buy or say, that you might not need. Well, we're gonna check it out right now, and we're gonna be hearing a lot of comments, insights, and from us as well. What do we have at home actually? Maybe sharing our work from home setup. I'm not sure what's on our table. We're gonna see. So stay tuned in, share this one, and let's have a fun day today. Good morning, guys.
Yes, of course. I'm excited to share as well some of the things that I have. And I'm pretty sure I'm also very excited to know what you have, guys, for us. Because, I know you have like different stuff that is really fancy and really pricey, maybe. So we'll find that out.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Jack. How are you guys
You're
doing?
great.
Okay, so yes, just like what Jack mentioned, guys, we're gonna be discussing what are your best investments. What did you already buy that you think would be the best investment so far, and what are the worst? Also, we posted it on our page, and we did ask the ones working internally, and of course with VAs that we already hired, and we will be sharing you guys the best investments and the worst investments, equipments that they have. So that's what we're gonna do today, and we're just gonna have fun, just like what Jack said.
For me, I think the best investment that I had for this work from home setup is definitely my second monitor. I really love that I have second monitor, especially with the nature of my role since I'm in social media. So, I have to do like different editing, designing, and it helps me actually respond as well with other people. My main task is here in this front monitor, and then my another monitor, I'll have all the communications there. So whenever someone message me, I can see it right away and respond right away if possible. So I think that's my best.
I actually just bought a second monitor as well, and it's the first time I've used it. So it's like I don't need to flip around like you have a lot of tabs and maybe more than just, say, one Google Chrome profile open. So now you're covering all of them, and now you're like, where was it
Uh-oh.
again, right? And then you close one, then you open again,
Mm.
everything. Definitely a second monitor was very, very good for me. Totally new experience. It's very productive and like makes you more efficient per se. Aside from the computer itself, probably it's the microphone. Definitely the microphone.
Oh,
Yeah. Depending on
Uh-oh.
what you guys are doing out there, if you are like maybe more on, say, speaking, definitely buying a good microphone is a good buy. You were listening to some podcast maybe or wherever, and you're like, the voice sounds so good, and basically equipment definitely helps with that. So yeah, investing in one of my best buys for sure. For the microphone, what I use is Mayono
Ay,
PDX
pares
200.
tayo dyan!
Yeah, that brand. I was like,
Ay, oo, I'm using the same
yeah.
actually. I think this is a good investment. I think it's only like 500 pesos. And actually, it's funny. It makes me smile every time. Kasi every time I see this guys, this is a candle, okay? Candle po siya. It's a cake, guys. Candle po ito. But every time you see it, okay, when there's no light, it looks like something censored, you know? Another one would be, of course, my desktop. I'm using a Mac M3. This is a JBL headset.
so
So,
cute.
it's a JBL headset po. I bought it in parang a Mac store for about 4 to 5K. Pero it has been with me for at least 5 years. Actually, guys, you did not share the worst. Your worst. What are your worst,
Oh
ano?
yeah, the worst. Yeah, what could be the
Mine
worst?
is the chair, the office chair. I actually forgot to mention that one of my best work from home equipment as well is my Echo Dot Alexa.
Hi, Alexa.
I
Yes,
love
Oh,
Alexa,
that
we
that.
can
one, right?
hear.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
Oo.
hear you like, Alexa, shut up. So, right? I hear something like
Oh.
I do that.
I think my worst buy would be I think keyboards. And sometimes they would stop working. What do you call that? Yung one of the mawawala. Or sometimes it would just stop
that.
working. I hate that. So yes, I invested in a good mechanical keyboard. Get yourselves and invest in a good keyboard. So guys, as we promised, we did ask the other VAs, of course, on what's their best investments and worst ones as well.
Okay, maybe let's start with the comments first.
Okay, I can see here laptop, aircon, and second monitor. What would you guys say about the aircon? Ako, yes. No?
Ah,
Yes,
yes, for me.
Oo, you're
definitely.
working
Definitely,
naman.
yes, for
Oo, you don't
me.
wanna be sweaty, uncomfortable. Again, it's like your chair. You don't wanna be sweaty, uncomfortable, tapos it's so hot, mahilo-hilo ka na sa init. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
You're working naman and you're working extra naman then, 'di ba? And let's face it, the rate naman it also is good. So why not invest in an aircon for you to be comfortable while
True.
working?
AC much needed because especially like summertime, the summer months for us. My goodness, it can be so hot. And if you're like working with monitors, like maybe one, two, or even more,
Ay,
you
oo,
can
the
really feel
PC
the
'no,
heat.
gets hot also, 'di ba? That's why right, and no, no, that's right guys, and this is why some computers needs, ano ba 'yun, the blower, 'di ba? Parang an extra one.
So yeah, how about for you guys out there? What is your best buy for you? And say what is your worst buy per se? Did you actually come across with items that you thought were like good and expensive and it turned out to be like a bust? Or actually you found like gems maybe costing only a couple of hundreds and they have been your best buddies during your VA work? Share in the comment section. Let us know and we're gonna be trying to see with our team here and discuss it as well and share with the other people here.
Actually, I was reading another comment here. Best investment, my gaming rig, including my own office. Worst investment, my lazy boy chair. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, I think I
I
would
love
agree with that.
that.
Pero lazy boy, it is not
Yeah,
for working. Kaya nga lazy, di ba?
exactly.
It's for relaxing, lazy boy. 'Di ba? That's intended for like living room o kaya entertainment room kasi nga it's a lazy boy chair.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, Lazy Boy is so expensive, and it doesn't mean like with equipment that if it's more expensive, it should be better all the time. Not really. So you actually got to check them, especially if chairs, right? Like what Miss Rachel mentioned, she got a chair before, and that was like one of the bust buys for her because it didn't work for her. Sometimes, with these things, you gotta try at least, or at least read something about it, because you might just end up spending so much, and it might not be helping you. I mean, the lazy boy that will work in any place in the house, but yeah, for working, the posture there is just not for it. You're not gonna be able to say be comfy. Yeah,
Best Buy, footrest.
That's why the chairs also, no, guys, swivel chairs, they also have footrest already
Footrest.
included. Usually, oo nga. Do you have one, Jack?
yeah, but then not attached to my chair because the chair I chose didn't have it. So what I did was I went again to Lazada, and it looks like a triangle thing when you're looking at it at the side, and you can elevate the height of it. So I found it really good as well because when I'm sitting down at the chair, it puts me in a position that my back is not slouching.
Worst by the battery, keyboard, and mouse. Aksaya. Ay, oo guys. There are actually, parang it's better if they are rechargeable. Yun pala, the headset that I bought, it would last for like, I think 15 days without charging. 15 to 18 days. Imagine using it for 8 to 12 hours a day. And it would last you that long. So, pero guys, how about the mouse? The magic one from Apple is not. Pero I'm not used to the Apple. Kayo ba? Is it the battery? Yung sa inyo?
No, it's all wired for me because the thing that I noticed between battery operated mouse and at the same time wired mouse, usually there's a lag sometimes.
Yeah, for me, wired as well.
My mouse is actually cute because it's vertical mouse, you see.
Oh, this one. This is like a, yeah, I've never tried
Yeah,
this.
Ay, 'di ba ano din 'yan, what do you call that? Or
vertical
what's the first
mouse.
music? Oo, ah.
So it's nice because you don't have to always put your hands like that. And it's nice kasi it's actually comfortable because I don't have to move my hands so much when I'm using that. And at the same time, it's in a comfortable position for me, especially when I'm doing like graphics. It's very easy for me to use as well for a long period of time.
Jamaica said, "Worst buy,
Hmm.
Apple Magic Mouse. I got carpal tunnel syndrome." Yes,
Oh.
kasi I actually have 2 Magic Mouse. The first one, I gave it to my son and he likes it. Pero ako talaga, I cannot get used to it, guys. I really cannot get used to it talaga. Okay, what else do you have, Rach?
This one, a high specs PC. That's from our video editor. Ergonomic chair, high specs PC aircon. That's your
Mm.
video editor starter pack.
Guys, don't just buy the high spec. First, you
Mhm.
really have to get it from a legit store. Don't
Or-
just pabudol-budol somewhere. Make sure also the RAM, diba, the hard drive, they are all good. Kasi those are really the most important factors talaga in a computer talaga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also for those who are building, because they sometimes like buy high RAM or really good RAM, but the other parts of the PC cannot support the RAM.
Mm.
So you should understand as well that some parts of the computer should be in sync with each other. Because no
Yes.
matter how good your RAM is, if you want to change it, if the PC cannot work on it, use it, it's not gonna work for sure.
Yeah, agree. Like that's very real, guys. If you're planning to buy like your new desktop workstation, make sure, like what Miss Mo mentioned, if you're not knowledgeable when it comes to computers, as you really need to check it, go to a legit store that they know what they're doing, because doesn't matter what the brand, doesn't matter say capacity, whatever part there, if they are not compatible, it's not gonna work, and you're gonna have a lot of headaches. So be
Oo.
careful when checking these out. But definitely, it's one of the best investments out there in general that you can have, because your bread and butter is your computer.
One thing that I would advise, never ever invest on an i3. Please invest on a
Oh,
higher one.
I,
Kasi,
I,
there's a
true.
lot of people out there that would sell them. This is good for work from home, startup kit. It's complete with the mouse, with the keyboard, with everything. They would really sell it to you cheap. But guys, it's not good already for work from home. It's gonna be your worst investment ever. It will not work.
Ever.
Especially,
yes.
like, just the
i3,
Zoom, no, would lag na talaga.
yeah. i3 paired with 4 GB RAM. Oh my gosh.
That,
Oh my
that's gonna
gosh.
lag with Chrome even, yeah. Like guys nowadays, safe bet is like 16 gigabytes of RAM at least. And yes,
Yeah.
don't get the lowest ones ever, because like just like your maybe your phone is like 5, 10 years old already, and it's lagging when it's opening apps. Same thing with computers.
Yes.
Everything is updating, so you gotta have say more
Yes.
power. Yeah. Nevertheless, what do you guys think? Like with all the stuff that we have got to share thus far, and the people sharing the comments, their best buys, their worst buys, and like the other things that they want to try actually and are on the way, what would you guys say like would be say maybe your three staple or five staple equipment that you must have, especially if you're gonna be starting out, right? What would you guys advise to our listeners and viewers?
Ako, definitely a good computer. Pero for me, I just feel comfortable working when I know that I can rely on the equipment that I have. That's the first one. A second one for me would be a good keyboard kasi we use the keyboard a lot, type a lot. That might be the regular keyboards, mechanical keyboards, the keyboards with the lights or not. It's up to you guys, whatever makes you happy. The third one I think would be a good chair. It's very hard to work when you're uncomfortable with your seat, like your back hurts. Especially guys with our age, our back hurts na talaga, di ba? So, di ba?
Can't
So,
relate.
get, guys, we're not getting any younger.
How about for you, Miss Rach?
Yeah, for me, just because I'm a social media manager, I edit graphics and video. For sure is very good PC with the monitor should be at least RGB because the colors, if there are monitors that has like will change the colors. It happened to me before. Like I was editing it. On my screen, it was blue. Then when I sent it on my phone, it's purple. Like purple, but bluish purple. But, and phones are like, has really good colors. So I trusted the phone first. So that's a great realization for me. So that's one. Then of course, dual monitor, especially for video editing. Good mouse. If you want like good keyboard, for us, it's mouse. Definitely. And then chair, of course. And then final one would be headphones, earphones, especially if you're editing videos. Because sometimes there are sounds that sometimes are not very audible when you have earphones, but it's audible when you're using speaker, or the other way around. So you have to check whether it's working or not. Yeah, that's it for me. How
All
about
right.
you, Jack?
So, guys, you got to hear now, like pretty much the general consensus would be say at an ergonomic chair or a very good office chair and a good computer as well. Once again, this is pretty much your bread and butter. It has to be something that can carry the workload per se and that not going to give you any lag, not going to give you any crashes, especially if you're doing video editing and stuff. And then comes with the video editing, your monitor indeed has to be like 100% sRGB because it's it
True.
might be blue and it's red on the other side. That's not going to fly, okay? And also the earphones thing, actually, I've never thought about it before because, yeah, indeed, if you're editing videos, the sound there, if you want it to sound very good, you have to definitely test like in a speaker. And how about if I'm using earphones? Because who knows, like what your client's going to be using or displaying it for. And on my side, basically, it's pretty much the same thing. But one of the different things probably for me would be, say, the microphone. Because if you guys are going to be like talking a lot, microphone a lot. So
And who
you need
talks a
a
lot,
very
guys?
if you want to be like a lot of speaking, get a microphone, a very good one at that. Doesn't need to be crazy expensive, but a trusted brand and something that sounds really good. And aside from that, is basically like what they have mentioned to you is like a very good keyboard because one of the things that you wouldn't want to experience is that you're logging in your computer and maybe work is going to start in 20 minutes. You cannot type in your password because your keyboard is not working. Now you're in trouble. Now you're gonna be late or something. So guys, invest in a decent keyboard. Doesn't need to be crazy expensive. And a good mouse too, right? Whatever works for you, wired or not wired. Chair, I cannot stress this enough. Basically, your lower back hurts so much. It's like a real thing. It's a serious thing, guys. Gosh, you better buy the chair.
These equipments are actually not just an investment for the work that you do, but also for you.
Yes, agree. This reminded me of one of the things. But when you're getting something, don't merely think about the cost, right? Think about the
Oh,
value it brings to you.
love that.
Guys, the client would also know if you have, like, let's say you always tell them, my keyboard is not working. Just give me 1 second. Let me fix
Mm-mm.
it. The client would stay with you as well if they know they can rely on you. They can rely on the equipment that you have.
For me, just I think you have to prioritize what you need first, for sure. Always think as well, like if there's something that you wanted and there's like choices, choose the one that you actually need, not actually just thinking that I can use this in the future, because in reality sometimes you don't do that as well. Like for example, I was thinking about buying iPad Air or iPad Pro. Before, I want iPad Pro, but now I will buy iPad Air. Why? Because I'm not actually doing like the drawing. I don't really need to, do heavy drawing or heavy editing. So might as well buy the other one that will do the same, but you're sure that it's worth your money and it's not just something that you splurge just because it's hype. Maybe it's the best one, yes, but for you, for your needs, is it the best one? So go for the equipment that is best for your needs.
You
Yes.
can invest in a higher spec later when you see the need.
Lovely, lovely insight, guys. So take heed of these things as they are all important, as all of these things will serve you. And in case you're wondering, once again, I got to hear this stuff and I have the money to buy the equipment, or maybe I have enough savings actually, but you're not sure if you're going to go into the VA world, you can check out our other episodes, the past episodes. Is the VA world for you or not? What is inside the VA world? How about for the specific niches per se? So we have that in our channel, GoSuperVA.com. for our other pages as well. But don't forget to please hit like and subscribe and join us every weekends, having lovely fun topics and getting to learn and share a lot of good stuff around. So guys, maybe by next week, maybe we're going to be sharing our specific specs. We'll see. Who knows? But you guys are always welcome along with your friends and buddies here in Song. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us today. Have a lovely weekend ahead. Bye!
Bye!